Everyone, welcome to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations. I'm your host, Kayla Huatari, and today we're going to begin Case 3, the Kidnapped Turnabout. Let's get into it. Oops. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Unknown. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every move. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you, detective. Count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper's supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be forced into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see. I checked that the money is safe within the suitcase. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there safe inside the suitcase. To do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is a meeting place after all, isn't it? Is it not? Oh, that gaudy suitcase. Welcome to Gatewater Land! Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you! I'm the Proto-Badger! Nice to meet you! Ugh. Not the Badgers. Anything but the Badgers! Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you. Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad, mister. Well, have a good day. Good, the kidnappers. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Armano. Who are you? You're not Ernest Armano. Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed. Huh. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You can't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. Creepy. Very creepy. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go now! Ugh. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now, and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on the haunted house until police backup arrives. Look out, Edgy! Be careful. Oh no! Badger came out of nowhere! Edgeworth! Look out! Whacked on the head. It was a trap. Of course it was a trap. Really, what did you expect? March 13th, 11:23 a.m. Anywhere. Who knows? We don't know. That guy. Betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal? Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split! Police! Alright. In front of Mita. Yeah, okay. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. It's raining. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I could only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of the phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Armano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu the Armano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. No. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Yeah, it's me! Jump! Landed! Stuck it! Yeah! Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? What, me a kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes! Nope! I'm after something much, much bigger! Something bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles, focus! Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's plight. And that one is me, for I'm the great thief Yatagaratsu. Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you could be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make these silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go, ta-da! You're free! What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Okay, bottom screen, great thief. Let's ask her about that. Start there. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then. What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Okay, we love you, Kay. Yatagarasu. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are really the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief herself. But the title has only recently succeeded to me. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as a second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Yep. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it! There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing, and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. And what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we can agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. A pleasure. Aha, now I remember! Remember? How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here! Aw, phooey, it's locked. Come on, door. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you, la 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 la! Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? The big window up there? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops! A slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. Suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Begin investigation! Isolation room. Well, okay, can you please give me more information about yourself? No, you don't have any new topics. Odd. Okay. Let's look at this. What is this? It looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Bad Badger's head data. Jotted down in my organizer. He's still at the door, okay? What's this? Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside! But we do have a way. Right here. There was a cell phone here this whole time and you didn't tell me? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. They should be able to come and get us. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnappers, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi-Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Z says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift. You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you, eventually. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It didn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to, after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. We need to figure this out. Let's look at this, shall we? Holding a blue badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the blue badger, it's his whole family, too. Badger, badger, badger. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Badgers! Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that! That's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of the game. How quaint. Jot it down in my organizer. What else can we find here? Man, why did they have to put the window so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha! That's pretty clever. You'd make a great thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker. Here. Hey-ya! Man, why did they have to make such enormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold. Alright then. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Badger, 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 badger. I'll keep it as a reference guide or something, I suppose. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state, and they use it to make a theme park? Ugh. It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looped roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay. I'm not sure which part of this I need to inspect. Oh. Is it the key over here on the left? And what have we here? Ah! It's a key! Ooh, shiny, mighty! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Dude, you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Snatch! Steal! Mine! Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key! I'm sure it's a key to something. Shiny, key, mine. The something is what is relevant to my interest. Is that all that's here? Let me see. I already checked this area earlier. Yes, that's all that's there. Okay. I'm gonna check the pole I was attached to. There we go. This is the beam I was tied to. Oh, what's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking, and if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks, this little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it. Here I go. The great Fifi Talgarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Ow! That hurt. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Yes, Kay, well, that was a good try. Herg, it seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite fixed, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Okay, any suggestions? Yes, good. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnappers was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seemed like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Thank you for moving out of my way, finally, Kay. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there! I won't rest until I've investigated every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright. Look at the chairs. Wait, that's not the chairs. Where are the chairs? There, look at that. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves! No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement in it or underground area. Interesting. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Reminds me. Did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint in how we'll get out of here. Well, it might be all that's in there. So that's all that's useful for now. So let's begin with a spot of logic. Let's see here. Logic. Beam I was tied to. And open floor panel. Let's do this. Eureka! This hook on this beam. You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it! We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. And voila! Now this is what I call a treasure. Treasure! Where's the panel? Bear in mind with my eyesight here. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. Haha! The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Aw, fiddlesticks! Well, with a lock, there must be a key. Tiny key and underground entrance. Do they match? Do they go together? Yes! Yes, they do go together. I believe you're up, Kay. Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Click. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Whee! Oh, wait. What? Ah! Are you alright? Kay! I'm fine, the ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. Ow. I can't believe that happened. You've only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder's removable? Removable ladder, Maybe we can use that. Put it against the lockers, perhaps? Yes. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? Oh my god, he's praising me! Thank you. More of a thank you, giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder? What about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Up and out we go! Investigation complete. Alright, now we can get out of here! Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. March 14th, 12:11 p.m. Wild, Wild West area. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness! You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe. May I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, it's kinda hard to explain, sir. Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 98, 99! Sifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. And there is Mr. Lang. What the heck do you think you're doing counting off my cubs like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you got me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Sifu! Sifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Sifu so rudely? Lang Z says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Sifu! Oh, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhangfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in his organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant? How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the side of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I'd been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang, knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Out for blood. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a 3rd person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in... This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do. And I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, man, good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnappers and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir! Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, You just sit right here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Off he goes. Mr. Edgeworth! It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue at that. I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that later. Well, maybe I'll do it momentarily after. Alright, Detective, tell us what you know. Oops, wrong button. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment, Detective. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm going to show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Now we can ask him questions. Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Funny, I don't recall ever... Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, me. It's been like that since, well, forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Children, please stop fighting. Who are you? Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They almost look like they're ready to jump out into the real world and gallop away. Almost being the key word. I actually meant to talk to you, sir. Oh no, not the badgers! Not the badgers! That wriggling. I can't bring myself to call it dancing. You won't talk to me yet, okay? No, not the badger. Eee. Don't like the badgers. Did I talk to you, Missy? Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement on the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. Next step. So what are you going to do about your investigation into this kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on! You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go! But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any ordinary great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu! And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after only one thing! And that one and only thing is... What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing! And that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. But we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal. We do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated, without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media. Along with a card was the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Mr. Amano. Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So, who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the $1 million has been stolen. The culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I must ask you some questions. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. My poor boy. I know this is tough, but please, stay with me here, Mr. Amano. I don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. I definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. It would have been good evidence. Refresh my memory. What sort of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He's very much like me, when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. But I haven't seen him in ages. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends? I thought they haven't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 102%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. All right, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. All right, pal, let's do this. Begin investigation. Wild Ranch area, West area. So, which should we examine first, sir? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there! Ooh, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I don't want to help that wolf. I'm not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! Mr. Edgeworth! Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen a position of assistant a while back. Huh. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone noticed, it's already gone. That's the Itagarasi way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever. You win, okay? Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. Might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Alright, Kay. What do you propose we do first? Look in the secret hiding place over there? Horses are painted on the garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure! Come on! I know you can sweet-talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Aww. Not the badger again. Please, not the badger again. Hey! It's the blue badger! Badger, get! I really don't understand why this is so she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with us what you saw. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again. Aha! Steal! Mine! You uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins! Reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness on one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. But the only thing I remember about him was that he often spoke and acted before he fought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Mike Meekins. Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir! I'm the Blue Badger, sir! I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids! That's never a waste of time, sir! I had a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir! I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago. When the dispatch radio on my shoulder cackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot of making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. It's also the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnappers escaping. However, sir, I must tell you, I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. About 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Is it the photo rally one? I think it is. There's only one of each, yep.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's box things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. So the patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking about, but why? Alright, well that's all I can gain from you. Now I want to see this. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful it left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they're wearing. Okay, we can find out with a bit of logic. Costumes. Footprints. And where's the other one? A second blue badger. What? That didn't work? Okay, then let's try... It's gotta be one of these going together somehow. There we go. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know! It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. So there are three funny badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Stolen costumes updated. Kind of shoes, costume, escape. None of this will work. There we go. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting! Badger, 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 badger. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them! There are two sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. And following the footprints, we get to the badger! Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I got one of the culprits! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Okay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose, Officer Meekins. If you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger! Welcome, sir! Thank you, officer. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside! Oh, it's so exciting! Open sesame! What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Romano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler! How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? Better investigate this crime scene quickly, before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints led right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my cursory examination, I believe the man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary findings jotted down my organizer. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. I know there should be something there. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? Shiny! I want shiny. She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on! This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name. Colin Deveray. This man's name is... interesting. Oops, I hit a bad spot. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on this victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in the abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice! I knew you could figure it out! It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems too clean for a murder, where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this. Need to do a deduction. Okay. That is my problem. I forgot about the deducing thingy. Deduce. There we go. This spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I heard. The notes on the victim, maybe? There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deacon's pendant data jotted down in the organizer. Yay, investigation complete. Finished it! Yay! Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie? My sweet Lance! And I shall leave it there for now. Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie? Excuse me, but you are? But, Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. Pops? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. His girlfriend. Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character, you know, like from anime? Yeah. Okay, please just be quiet. Excuse me, miss, may I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. How do you know, by the way? Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Hold it! Agent Lang is back in action. Back for more. My man brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. This is my crime scene. You stay away from my body. I'm just kidding. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. Hey, this is our crime scene. We don't want to give it up to him, do we? We stole it fair and square. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect, now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir! I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all, not mine. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical stuff is not needed out here on the field. Got me, Mr. Prosecutor? All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There is no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. We'll just see about that. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement? You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Sifu? Hold it. What? What's he going on about? What's he gonna say? Come on, Sifu, we want to hear you speak. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Zi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Now we get to go up against Mr. Lang. Through my line of logic. Shi-Long Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out right. With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement, like Officer Meekins. Isn't that right? Compelling argument. That is your reasoning. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Is it something I can steal? You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Which would be me and my clan. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf. And you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Zi. Sorry. You'd think I'd ever heard of him and his teachings if he was that famous. But I haven't, so he mustn't be. What are you doing with these scrolls now, Lang? Lang Zi developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Come and try me. Rebuttal. Let's do this. Well, I usually just start by pressing. Sorry. The voice I'm doing for Lang kind of hurts my throat. So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh? Then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you've figured out, correct? Shot in a single glance. Hold it! Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Don't get yourself on... Don't pat yourself on the back yet. Sorry, tongue-tied. What's that supposed to mean? And he's getting another scroll. What's it gonna be? Lang Zi says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? It would appear you've studied a lot of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study? what every child on any street corner already knows. It's that... Sheena, help me out here! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of his information. That woman will become a very important character later on. We don't really know much about her yet, though. If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? So fast? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you! Show me your gun. You're scary. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun? What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir! I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. Okay, I think there's probably something we can say to that, because it's a new statement. What do you guys think? What shall we look at? Let's see here. Sorry, takes me a little bit more concentration to read. I can't just really talk and read that well. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, discuss, let me know. We can, discuss more of the game. I'm having fun doing Lang so far. I like Lang. I also like... I really like a lot of the characters in this game. Let's see. Can I show people? No, I can't show people. What am I supposed to show? The whole Badger family? It might have something to do with the Badger family. Nope. Bad Badgers. You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say that it's pretty obvious that this is the crime scene. Lang Z says, a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally, a quote even I've heard of before. Fees return to the crimes, too. Because, you know, we want to steal more stuff. Furthermore, Lang Z says, Sheena, hand me my scroll already. No, he really says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shi-Long Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? Alright, we need to get back to that last statement. I think now I know what I need to present on it. In this garage, and killed him here with his gun. Well, if we look at the crime scene notes, we can see that... there's an arm looking for cause of death. Preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, exit point, right shoulder. Okay, maybe that's not the point I was looking for. Here it is. Remarks. Despite the fact that the fatal bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found. And that was our clue. No blood. Or little blood. I have you now. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Duh! So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird. How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing, neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But, sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir! Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir! Not you too! Sir! Meekins' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. Sorry about that. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this Blue Badgermobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? But I wanted to buy candy and badger souvenirs. Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down when I was being a good dream merchant, sir. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! I hate doing Meekins' voice. I mean, it's supposed to be squeaky, I think, but I hate doing it. I'll start by pressing everything as usual. As per you, it's just the way I do things with this game. Helps me find clues where I need to. Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir! He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? That's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. You don't have to press everything, but I like showing you guys like the extra tidbits of dialogue. Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Oh, Meekins. Well, what do you expect when you're just like the Blue Badger? Badger, she'll get badgers later. I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so I started selling dreams to the kiddies. The Blue Badger-mobile. What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger-mobile is where dreams are collected. What dreams? I want dreams. I have big dreams, you know, that are gold and shiny and... Oh, enough, Kay. Sweetness like you never known except in dreams, ma'am. Like innocence drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am. Like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger-mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am. Oh, Meekins. You're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, most likely. You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers. No, sir, of course not! Sir, I would never do something like that, sir. Oh, my ears. You're absolutely right! Wow, you're good at this, forcing people to confess things, Mr. Edgeworth. You've got him on the ropes now. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir. Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Oh, long testimony. How'd you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful dropkicks, and before I knew it... The good old dropkick. I dished out a fair share of those when I was a kid. And I still do, because I'm the great Fifutagarasu. It was always the best when you hit one really hard and felt it connect with your opponent. Like this. Ah-ya! In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation, correct? Sir! That's right, sir. And that's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like you simply forgot about the real job he became the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Officer Meekin's story. But I have the feeling that he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Oh, alright, well, we're at the end of the testimony, so I'm going to try and figure out what to do next. Okay, quite the pain. Bad phone. My phone froze and it was giving me real pain in the ass. Anyway, I want this third statement here about the Badger-mobile because we have a new piece of evidence, which is the Badger-mobile itself. Present that. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell him such transparent lies. Sir! I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the Blue Badgermobile until recently, then is it doing here inside this garage? Actually, I had just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the Blue Badgermobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used all right to move the dead body. You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins, and then you used the Blue Badgermobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me! No, sir! The killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir! Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth's smooth. I couldn't care less. What? Can you say such a thing? Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job, you prosecutors in your fancy courts, with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon! I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. Ugh. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. No! Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. Oh dear, using the law against us. To be continued. Well, that's the end of this part of the case. Hope you enjoyed. I'm your host, Kayla Hiwatari. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And next time, we'll continue with the next part of Case 3. I'll see you then.